Hey everybody, welcome to another week of my weekly stock picks. This is for the week of June 7th to June 11th. My name is Brock. You can find me on Twitter at Don'tFeedBears, my handle. If you want to go check out my blog, it's www.don'tfeedbear.com. I post a lot of stuff about financial education, investing analysis, and budgeting, all sorts of stuff, trading, anything you want to know about, making money and keeping money. So let's go ahead and start off with take a look at this S&P 500 chart, which is SPY. So if you look, last week was a little underwhelming. We started off kind of high, and then as the week went on, we went low, but we rebounded on Friday to pretty much end the week with no gain. I mean, there might have been a tiny bit of a gain here, but not much. So kind of a bit of a sideways week, which I kind of expected a dip, as I mentioned in the video last week, a dip in the early days and then a recovery, and sure enough, that's what happened. So let's go ahead and take a look at Triple Q. Exact same thing. Chart, dipped hard on Thursday, and then nice recovery on Friday, like I was expecting. So I think this week we're going to continue to push higher. It's going to be a slow push up until we get as we move through summer. But I see us reaching this really great wave 5 here in the 350s. So I think tech is going to have a big summer, and with that, I want to show you my my stock picks of the week, which include a lot of tech. And so my stock picks this week are Apple, Blink Charging, Microsoft, and Lululemon. So we got a little retail in there, but mostly tech with a little piece of EV right there with the charging stations. So as always, I give you my stock picks. I tell you the type of setup, the buy zone, the cut loss, and the price target. I give you the charts that I'm looking at and the things that I'm seeing. Take a look at them. Tell me if you agree. Tell me if you disagree. I'd love to hear from you. So let's take a look at the very first one, which is Apple. So Apple's been kind of quiet lately. Some of the other tech giants have been running, and Apple's just been real quiet, which makes me think its time is coming. So in all honesty, we do have kind of a 5-wave here going. We also have there's a bit of a wedge pattern right here, which is not letting me kind of draw it right now, but if we take a look at the indicators, it's showing that we're above the 200 moving average. It's a good sign that we're holding that support line, and as you can see here, it's kind of dwindling down and it wants to move up. As you can see here, the lower highs on the squeeze indicator, lower highs on the MACD, and lower highs on the higher lows on all of these. So that's a good sign for things to see. You're also kind of seeing here, we're seeing that kind of declining volume. So that's a good sign. All things are pointing up, and I think Apple just pops at some point. It's been too quiet for too long. It's been kind of just trading here in this range. It went up for a few days, stayed here, went down, and now it's ready to go again. I think Apple is going to be a big winner soon for trading. So all right, let's look at Blink. So Blink charging stations, EVs, getting huge. As we can see here, that we got kind of that double bottom, that W pattern, and as you can see here, the second bottom is higher, which I like to see. So we're gonna go ahead and we're bouncing, and I think we're gonna push through this. I think there's a little bit of sideways action next week before we go through and bust through and make a quick gain on Blink charging. It's one of those kind of stocks that are going to be big in the future if they can. It's that one and ChargePoint, I think, are competing with each other. So one of those two or both will be do very well, because all these EV infrastructure being built, one of them or both of them will get that. It will be a part of that huge infrastructure package that the president is working on. So keep an eye out for Blink. Let's check indicators real quick. As you can see, above the 200, RSI is high. Let's catch that quick little dip, and then hope that that it pops back up and we hit these price targets. So, all right, next one is a big giant Microsoft. So we got Apple, Microsoft on the same one. They're both kind of trending the same. I see a gap above, and we see this kind of wedge here. I do think we could have, yep, right there. We got the, as you can see, we got the 618 bounce, and then it's kind of going sideways, and then it's going to take off. So it also has an Elliott 5 wave here, so I think Microsoft is a big pick right here. Ichimoku Cloud says that it wants to stay above. It's coming down, popped up, coming down a little bit. Let's hope we get it comes down just a tiny bit more, and then we take off. It's the squeeze indicator showing that it wants to go. MACD is kind of going sideways. Like I said, Apple and Microsoft may take a little bit of time, but I think those two have very good summers. I do not see us getting into August without a lot of articles about Apple and Microsoft and how they're doing the market. So keep an eye on them, okay? All right, so Lululemon. Lululemon, great brand, excellent marketing, high quality clothes too. So as you can see here, we got kind of the 5-wave going. Right now, it just it popped a little bit on Friday. So I'm hoping to see a little bit of, maybe even just in the morning, just dip enough into that buy zone that we can get in, and then just, ride this puppy all the way up to the 400s. So if you look here on the RSI, it bounced off that. We're seeing an increase in the MACD. We're seeing an increase in the squeeze indicator. It's looking primed. It's looking ready to go. I'd be very surprised if Lulu doesn't. I think it dips a little bit more, and then we're going to take off. This would be one that you just hold for a little bit. It's a good brand, excellent earnings, financials, all that. So nothing really to be worried about here with Lululemon. So, all right. And for my honorable mention picks, we got Roku. So let's take a look at Roku. So Roku is one where I want to show you guys, this is an instance where it's not time to buy in yet. Because as you can see, I think it has one more leg down. Because as you can see, it's lower, lower, lower. So it's not in, the double bottom's not in. But if this next one can stop here, we can bounce above this one. That might be a good spot to buy in at. So because it's been very deflated from where it's been at, and it could it's waiting for that kind of 3.711 bounce down. And then we can take off into much higher prices. So this one's one you got to wait on. You're gonna watch patiently. Check it every day. Once it you see that bounce, question like, okay, is this for real or not? So right now, I think it's got another leg down. I think maybe it comes right down here to the high 200s, and then we see it take off. So let's keep an eye on Roku. This could be a stock pick in the future. Up next was GameStop. I know, I never thought I would have GameStop on here, but as you can see, this chart is wild. I have a feeling that we go a little sideways and we have this huge drop on earnings because they have earnings this week. And I think people buy in, the high 180s, and then it just bounces one more time. It's been that kind of, these meme stocks. AMC was last week. Bed Bath & Beyond. They did have some positive news, which helped, but I think it was more because the meme stock and the short squeeze and all that. So keep an eye on GameStop. I personally will not be playing this. I don't like stocks like this. It's but some of you guys are high risk, high reward type traders. So if this might be a chance for you to get in. But for me, I'm gonna pass. And anybody who likes high probability trades, I would not do this. But for you risk takers and gamblers, go for it. Let me know how it goes. All right. And then the last two are AMD and RIDE. So AMD, yes, I know, my favorite stock. It's my favorite stock for a reason, because in 10 years, you guys will all be crying because you didn't get in. Warning you now. So I'm in right here at the low 70s. This is where I'm in at. I've been averaging down. It now is looking like it's getting ready to go. So as you can see from the chart, that it's just lots of chop, all the way down. And now we've hit the bottom. I'm calling it right now. This is the bottom. It's moving up. We're going to hit, this summer, we're going to hit triple digits. So call me on it. I could be wrong, but the things they're doing, the contract with Tesla, the wafer, they committed to billions of dollars to wafer purchases for the next 4 years. They did a share buyback program. All three of those are huge signs of positive growth, positive economical data, positive financials. Like, it is going to go off eventually. The one thing that's stopping it, that I personally think, is this chip shortage. So as soon as the chip shortage is over, which President Biden is working on, I think this thing skyrockets. So you've been warned. This last time AMD will appear on my list unless it's a stock pick. So, all right. And Lordstown Motors. So I warned you all about a month ago, so somewhere in this area, that hey, I think if it pops back up in this range, we could see something really good. And oop, look what's happening. I told you it was going to come back up. So I am in on RIDE. I'm in somewhere around here, these low levels, and I think it's going to take off. I just think EVs are have a place in our infrastructure in the future. They are the future of cars, Every state is putting mandates out to stop selling internal combustion engine cars or gasoline vehicles. So EVs are going to be huge in the future. So again, I've been warning you. I told you about Ride. It happened. It's going to keep going. A lot of these EVs are going to keep going. EVs are the future, and you could have a lot of these stocks to just hold in your long-term account at under $30. And when all these guys hit triple digits, some of you are going to be very, very wealthy. So just a heads up. Don't say I didn't tell you. All right, so that is my weekly stock picks and honorable mention picks. As always, I give these to you every week, every weekend, Sundays at 9 a.m. Pacific time. If you have any questions, please message me. Go check out my blog. I put some really cool stuff in there. Please go give me a follow, subscribe on my YouTube channel. I'm going to start putting new edited videos on there. I'm just trying to provide as much content to you guys as possible. Appreciate all the love and support you guys give. It really means a lot to me. Let's have a really good green week this upcoming week, and I'll see you guys at opening bell. All right, take it easy, everybody.